So be love. Don't know when
You're the reason that I smile every day.
Hello everyone, welcome back to JIKOOK Diaries channel. In a world filled with dazzling stage lights, cheering audiences, and the pressure of millions of watching eyes, there's one story that feels so sincere and real, a story that makes the hearts of BTS fans, especially JIKOOK shippers, flutter every time their names are mentioned. Jimin and Jungkook, two figures who have grown together, not just as bandmates, but as two souls who seem to have found a home in each other. And behind the sweet smiles, gentle laughter, and seemingly simple small interactions lies a feeling deeper than mere friendship. The title, JIKOOK'S True Love. Jimin finally reveals his feelings for Jungkook, captures the essence of the story that has captivated the hearts of millions of ARMYs worldwide. Because every time Jimin talks about Jungkook, every time his gaze falls on the magne, there's something unseen. A feeling that can't be described in words, but it's palpable in every look, every smile, and every little touch between them. Since BTS's debut, the relationship between Jimin and Jungkook has captured the attention of many fans. Jimin, born in 1995, is known for his gentle, caring, and loving personality. Meanwhile, Jungkook, born 2 years younger, is shy but passionate, always showing a sweet side that only emerges with those he truly trusts. And between them, there seems to be a connection that can't be ignored, a chemistry that feels natural and strong. Jimin has always been the one who pays attention to Jungkook. The way he looks at him, touches him, or even comforts him when the magne looks nervous in front of the camera shows how deep his affection is. There are many moments when Jimin can't help but smile just because Jungkook does something small, whether it's looking at him, complimenting him, or simply joking around. On several occasions, Jimin has said that Jungkook is someone very special to him. In an old interview, Jimin once revealed how Jungkook had grown from a shy child to a confident and mature figure, and how proud he was of that journey. But beneath those words, ARMYs noticed something softer. A tone of voice that only appeared when Jimin spoke about Jungkook. A smile too genuine to ignore. Meanwhile, whenever Jungkook was around him, the atmosphere between them seemed to change. There was a warmth that radiated without the need for words. Many fans noticed how Jimin seemed happier, more alive, whenever Jungkook was by his side. In many behind-the-scenes videos, it was clear how Jimin always looked for Jungkook among the other members, and once he found him, that smile just appeared. A smile that made ARMYs melt instantly. There's one moment that's truly iconic among JIKOOK fans. The moment Jimin couldn't hide his expression when Jungkook complimented him on camera. Jungkook said something simple, but Jimin's eyes lit up, his cheeks flushed, and his smile was filled with admiration and joy. It's as if in front of the person he loves, all the layers of walls crumble, leaving behind a sincere, unconcealable feeling. Jimin also often shows his most honest side when he's around Jungkook. In several BTS live broadcasts, Jimin appears completely at ease, often teasing Jungkook or even touching him without hesitation. He'll chuckle when Jungkook does something funny, and is often seen unconsciously observing Jungkook. The camera capturing those glances never fails to make ARMYs swoon and believe there's something more than just friendship between them. On many occasions, Jimin doesn't hesitate to openly show his affection. For example, during their V-Lives together, Jimin repeatedly complimented Jungkook in a tender way, telling him how handsome he is, how hard he works, and how proud he is to be a part of his life. But what makes it all so special is the way Jimin says it. He doesn't just talk, but expresses it with gentle eyes and a loving tone of voice. It's as if every word that comes out of his mouth is a reflection of what he truly feels inside. And Jungkook, despite often appearing shy, always responds to Jimin in a warm way. He may not say much, but his actions speak louder than words. He'll smile a little whenever Jimin jokes, or even give him a hug. A sudden, spontaneous moment that always makes fans hysterical. Jungkook is often seen protecting Jimin in certain situations, pulling him behind him in a crowd, making sure he's not tired, or simply making sure Jimin is eating well. These are all forms of care that come naturally, without any pretense.
야, 너 저 할 거지? 지금 스쿠지인가 뭔가.
자쿠지.
몰라 나는.
However, what's most touching is when Jimin himself speaks about his feelings. In several interviews and live streams, Jimin has said that Jungkook's presence makes him feel stronger and more motivated to get through difficult days. He said that Jungkook is the person who taught him a lot about patience, love, and trust. Those words, though simple, hold profound meaning. For someone who always appears professional in front of the public, such a statement is a rare display of honesty. Behind all the spotlight, Jimin seems to always have a special place for Jungkook in his life. When they're not together, Jimin often mentions Jungkook's name in conversation, whether jokingly or simply as a small gesture of affection. And when they perform on stage, their chemistry is so natural. The way they gazed at each other, the way they moved in near-perfect synchronization, seemed to demonstrate how strong the connection between their two hearts was. Many armies believe that true love doesn't always have to be announced to the world. Sometimes, love lives in silence, in small glances and simple actions. That's what Jimin and Jungkook seem to see. They may never say, "I love you" directly, but every time they look at each other, the world seems to stop spinning for a moment. There's a silent language that only the two of them understand, a communication that transcends words. Perhaps this is what makes Jimin's story so special. Because amidst all the rumors, speculation, and industry pressures, they maintain an unwavering closeness. They support each other, protect each other, and make each other smile. Every moment they share is a small proof that genuine feelings still exist, even in a world filled with images and expectations. And every time Jimin is around Jungkook, something changes within him. He seems softer, warmer, more alive. His gaze deepens, his smile becomes more honest, and his every gesture feels full of love. ARMY often says that Jimin doesn't just look at Jungkook, he looks through him. It's as if Jimin sees more than just a face or outward appearance, but also the soul beneath. A soul he's known for years. Perhaps Jimin will never truly put into words how he feels when Jungkook is around him. But from the way he looks at him, from his soft little laugh, and from the warm silence that forms whenever they're together, the world already knows the answer. Jimin doesn't need words to express that love because his every movement is enough to tell it all. And in all the moments they've shared together, from long rehearsals to world concerts to short breaks, Jimin and Jungkook have built something inexplicable. A bond that grows not from fame, but from trust, comfort, and genuine love. A love that may not be defined by any label, but is evident in every smile and look they share. To ARMY, Jungkook isn't just two close BTS members. They are the epitome of a beautiful, pure, and supportive relationship. And for Jimin, Jungkook isn't just a coworker. He's someone who makes him feel important, someone who makes his heart flutter with just his presence. So when Jimin expresses his feelings when Jungkook is around, we're not just witnessing the interaction of two idols. We're witnessing a love story lived in simplicity, in sincerity, and in every little moment that makes the world stop for a moment. A story that doesn't need a big confession because true love sometimes doesn't need to be said. It just needs to be felt. And that's the end of today's video, ARMY. Every glance, every smile, every tiny touch between Jimin and Jungkook tells a story words could never capture. Maybe it's friendship, or maybe it's something deeper, something that only the two of them truly understand. If you felt those butterflies too, don't forget to hit the like button, drop it in the comments, and tell us your favorite Jikook moment from today's video. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you won't miss our next deep dive into the most beautiful bond in BTS. Until next time, keep spreading love, keep believing in JIKOOK'S magic, and remember, real love doesn't need words, just moments. See you in the next video, ARMY.